Question number 5, Denis O'Rourke.
Mr Speaker, this question is for the Minister for Canterbury Earthquake Recovery and asks, does he stand by all his recent statements?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, generally yes, although as the seismic events and the recovery unfold, material facts will and are changing, so positions previously stated will evolve.
Denis O'Rourke.
Does the Minister think it acceptable that Christchurch residents who have in many cases lost their homes and experienced thousands of earthquakes should now suffer rents, often in excess of 50% of reasonable market rents? And if so, at which point will he intervene? 100%, 200%, 500%?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, it doesn't matter how loud the member likes to yell out those figures. If they're not backed by some factual material, they're worth nothing. What I can tell a member is that today's paper has a considerable number of properties to rent in Christchurch. Trade Me has 612, and there are 3 agencies in there inviting people to make contact because they have more properties. I don't doubt that there are some landlords who want to create an environment where they can raise rents. I'm sorry the member's helping them.
Supplementary.
Denis O'Rourke.
Mr Speaker, I would ask the Minister what are the reasons he believes the best solution to Christchurch's rental housing crisis is to leave it to the market, and in doing so, why is he putting the interests of profiteers ahead of serving the needs of the people?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Well, Mr Speaker, I firstly reject both aspects of that question, but would simply say the government is offering to buy 7,000 households in Christchurch. So far, around 3,000 have settled. They've taken a cheque for either their land or for the house, and they are moving on. That is going to create opportunities for people both in the rental housing provision sector and also in new building. And it is happening. And if the member looked at the property section of today's press, he would be better informed than he appears to be.
Denis O'Rourke.
Does the Minister not understand basic third-form economics, especially that when demand outstrips supply, prices soar, and when will he do something about it?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
What I do understand about economics is that...
Point of order, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Speaker, with the greatest respect, I can't barely hear my colleague's very intelligent question because I have seen it in advance.
Order.
And I think we're entitled to hear it.
I'm on my feet. Order. I heard the question perfectly clearly, and the member's description of it is his business. The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, what I do know is that people who want to profiteer in these situations need an advocate to get the circumstances right so that they can enjoy that excess profit. The member is helping them with that.
Speaker.
The Honourable Lianne Dalziel.
Can I take it from the Minister's answer that if we were able to produce evidence of significant price gouging in the housing market in Christchurch, that he would be willing to look at intervening in those instances?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, the government has already put 2 temporary villages in place with a total of some, I believe it's 70 units. We have a further 70 units available for relocation, and we are looking at a site, and I am hopeful that we will have quite a large number of people located on that new site, 20-odd people relocated on that new site very, very quickly. But what I would also have to tell the member is that if she also looked at the property pages of today's Christchurch press...
Order. I wouldn't mind the Minister giving the member a lecture if he answered her question first. Order. The member asked specifically whether if the Minister was shown evidence of rent gouging or something to that effect, would the Minister be prepared to investigate them? Now, or intervene. I'll invite the member to repeat a question because I believe that the Minister did not answer her question at all, but the member's welcome to. She doesn't need to if she doesn't wish to.
Well,
the Honourable Lianne Dalziel.
I didn't have it written down, so I'm going to try and do it as best I can. But do I take it from the Minister's answer to the previous question that if we were able to produce evidence of price gouging in the Christchurch rental market, that he would investigate intervening in the market?
The Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
My point before, Mr Speaker, was that we have intervened in the market in what I think is a relatively significant way and a timely fashion. And I've said repeatedly I have said repeatedly that we are monitoring that situation and looking at it carefully. I think it's very important that people do inform themselves of what sort of rents are on offer out there and not pick out extreme examples that happen in any market.
Question number 6, Eugenie.